So another day, another Switch leak, and right now, rumors are going around on Reddit and 4chan about a Nintendo Switch Wonder. What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Caramel Poppy, and yeah, I'm back. All right, had a little hiatus, but if you hear any construction in the background, neighbors next door. All right, and let's just get into this news because I don't like covering a lot of leaks, rumors, things that I like to stay more to the facts. But I just had to cover this just to get on the bandwagon with everybody else, and I just feel like this is not gonna happen. Take this with a grain of salt. Don't go to 4chan as kind of risky going there. So just go on Reddit. Somebody probably translated for you. Basically, the post that I'm reading right now, is basically saying I'm not the OP. I found this on 4chan. Nintendo Switch Wonder. So this is the name of it: the Nintendo Switch Wonder. Launch date: October 20th, 2023. $400 for 64 gigs. $500 for the 256 gigabyte version. That also comes with Super Mario Wonder. Yeah. So Mario game name is Super Mario Wonder is being included into a game or a console that's named after the game. Kind of weird, but let's continue. Super Mario Wonder would be Nintendo's first native 4K game. And then it has a description about the console. So it says Nintendo Switch Wonder console. New Joy-Cons with Hall Effect thumbstick Joy-Cons. Use magnets to attach themselves to the Switch. 900p OLED touchscreen front facing camera. Another one on the back side. The Switch dock works without a Switch connected, but only to look at your game catalog. Switch eShop apps like YouTube and Hulu. Switch can connect wirelessly to the dock. New Pro controller with a small touchscreen. OG Switch cartridges can be inserted into the Switch Wonder for verification, but it requires an internet connection to download a modified version of the game. Tears of the Kingdom and Pokemon come with a day one patch that improve performance and reduce loading times. For Tears of the Kingdom, the loading between shrines and open world are completely removed. All right, I'm gonna call BS on a lot of stuff just because there's a lot of gaps in this. Not saying that this is not true, and but this sounds like something that I could see Nintendo doing, especially with the configuration 64 gig 256. Give people an option, give people a cheaper way to get into the new system. Um, the first one where I'm gonna call BS is the date, October 20th. If you want to be honest, if they're gonna do that for October, they need to start basically talking about the system now before the release date. And people are saying there's gonna be a direct or something at Gamescom. I think next month or this month, whatever the case is. I don't think that the Switch came out last year in the spring. I think that's gonna be the same, window. I don't think Nintendo wants to release in a crowded, date. Just for the simple fact, holidays is coming up, right? If the Switches are still being sold and there are still Switch video games being sold, nobody's probably gonna buy a Nintendo Switch. So that's just gonna tank their sales until October. So I think, and not even that, but there's other games releasing in the later half of the year, like Starfield, Spider Man. Still got Call of Duty, so that's just gonna be real crowded. I think even Alan Wake is coming out, and I forgot there was a couple games that's coming out in October. Also, I call BS on the name. So it says Nintendo Switch Wonder. Nintendo is not naming their console after a game. Okay, I know we had like the Wii U and Mario Bros. Wii U or U, whatever the case was. The system was out before the game came out. I don't think they're gonna do that, so that's just kind of weird. Uh, and I can see Nintendo changing the Joy Cons because the whole class action lawsuit and the Switch analog sticks and all that stuff. Yeah, that was the whole problem. So hoping that the new iteration of the Switch or the successor actually has better Joy Cons. 900p OLED screen. Yeah, I can see that. I don't think Nintendo will go 1080 just because they want to keep the price as low. Or, I mean, even if they can afford to put the 1080p, they want to, maximize their profit. So 900p, I can see that. 900p handheld and then 4K docked. BS, I'm going to call again. Super Mario Wonder, the video game, is going to be Nintendo's first native 4K game. I'm sorry. I don't think they're gonna launch their launch game is gonna be a 2D Mario game. If anything, it should or it has to be a 3D Mario game just to showcase it. That's just my opinion. You launched the Switch with um, Breath of the Wild. You got Mario Odyssey. We haven't had a 3D Mario game in a while. So I think that could probably either that or even Metroid 4, Prime 4. Those are the only games I could see maybe being 4K. I don't think you're gonna. There's no way to showcase a 4K 2D game. I don't know. I mean, just looking at the gameplay, I think that game looks fine on a 1080p screen. So I don't see the point in that right there. Front facing camera. I could see that. We did have front facing cameras on the 3DS, so maybe they might make games or you know might be able to talk to your friends, video chat with your friends. Maybe that's what I could think. The second one sounds interesting, and I wouldn't write it off. The backside of the Switch dock works without a Switch connected, but only to look at your game catalog, eShop apps like YouTube, Hulu. Cause let me see. I could see that just for the simple fact, maybe something that's similar to like AirPlay on the iPhones or the iPads, where you could send content straight to the TV, or you could have the dock connected. I don't know how that will work really, but I could see that happening. And the one that I don't think that new Switch Pro controller is gonna have a small screen, just for the simple fact it's gonna hike up the price already, and the original Pro controller is like 80, $90. I don't think nobody's dropping $100+ on a controller, especially if the touchscreen doesn't have any special features, because you still have to be able to use the handheld version of the Switch. So I don't think there's not gonna be probably any significant features that will warrant a higher price tag. But hey, what do I know? And also, it's saying that the Switch cartridges can be inserted into the Switch Wonder for verification. So basically, if you already have Switch games that you previously brought, you could, I guess, add it to your new Switch, and it's gonna verify it through the internet and give you a upscaled version of it. Now, there's two ways this could go. This could go in a way where it registers the game to the account. So that means if this happens, there's no such thing as used games anymore. And GameStop and potential, video game stores could go out of business if they only rely on used games. Because, if I get Tears of the Kingdom, pop it in my new Switch, it verifies it, I get the 4K version. I can't give it to my friend. I can't lend it to my friend. How does that work? How does that work? But they also, they might not put a hold on it. They might just, you might just get an instant day one, as soon as you pop it in, a patch. But what I am going to call BS on is the day one patch for Tears of the Kingdom and Pokemon. Just for the simple reason, these games are supposed to work flawlessly on the Switch. Okay? They're exclusive to the Switch, so they should work properly. I don't think they're going to lock out a patch into the next console. That means, A, they can't get it to run at at good frame rates and without the bugs and glitches. I just believe that if you're gonna any of those older games should work on a newer Switch, and they should run properly if you theoretically have more power, better chip, probably better RAM, hopefully, things of that nature. So the question comes: is the patch gonna come to the OG Switch? Because if it's skipping the OG Switch, you just left millions of people that invested and brought it to this game that has a buggy version of the game. Tears of the Kingdom is not that bad, but there is parts where the frame rate drops, and that is a $70 game. And Nintendo prides themselves on quality, but obviously, the Pokemon game that was a whole mess. So it's like, you're gonna alienate all those people, or are you also gonna drop the day one patch for them? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. So hopefully this is true, but I doubt it. I'll take this with a grain of salt. Sorry for the long video. It's the Carry My Poppy. If you guys like the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button to stay notified. If you guys like this video, let me know. If you don't, still let me know. You guys have a good one. I'm out.